And your question really is to the second point, which we talk about, which is berozgari, or which is unemployment. And to be quite candid, Pran, I've spent a lot of time talking with people in the Planning Commission, people like Arun Maira, Montek, also Ramadurai, who is the head of the National Skill Development Council. And I have to say that my personal opinion is we are not, as a nation, going to be able to create the number of jobs we need for our young people. So the official statistics are that about 1 million people are joining the workforce every month, and that the total pool of jobs that we need to create is close to anywhere between 250 to 300 million. And the reality is that even though our planning commission is planning for a world where manufacturing creates more jobs, the nature of manufacturing today is such that it's highly capital intensive and not so labor intensive. So you can put up $1 billion plant and not employ more than 100 people. So the question is, what is the solution? And to me, I believe the solution is that what we should focus on is not creating more jobs, but creating more entrepreneurs. And business runs in the blood of every Indian. And you know, the proof of the pudding is all the people on this call. You can succeed as an Indian anywhere in the world, either in the corporate sector or in the business sector, because you are fundamentally entrepreneurial, no matter which part of India you come from. And that's what the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to do, a very fundamental cornerstone of our policy, and I'm sure Amit will elucidate on that, is that what Aam Aadmi Party wants to do is to unleash the entrepreneurial potential of every Indian. We want Indians to succeed in being entrepreneurs in India, not just abroad. I mean, we're delighted that our that Indian brothers and sisters are succeeding everywhere, but we also want Indians to succeed in India. And so where we may not be able to create 300 million jobs, we can certainly create 300 million entrepreneurs by simplifying the system, by making it easy to run a business, start a business, and if necessary, shut a business. To delayer the complexity of rules and regulations we have, to make the whole system more transparent, more accountable, to provide equality of opportunity, to provide stronger regulation, so less rules, more regulation, but a level playing field, just as you do in the United States, for example. So, you can be a Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, and you're still taken to task by the antitrust regulations. You still have to pay fines if it's not considered kosher. You don't have the extent of crony capitalism that you do in India. And that is really what we are focusing on. So 300 million entrepreneurs rather than 300 million jobs. But I'm sure Amit can add to that.
Great. So, Amit, let me just unmute you so that you could speak. Just give me 1 second here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Amit.
You want me to add to what she said now?
Sure.
No, I think she's, our basic really on this, that all these years, especially for the last 15 years,
Your audio is breaking up, Amit.
Sorry, is my voice breaking up?
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, much better. Yes, please.
Yeah, maybe I was a bit far away. So what we are saying that we've looked at the figures that we are a country of limited resources, and the resources have been usurped by a very few top people of our country, and denying capital and other resources to the smaller businessmen. The other day I read somewhere, which I have not confirmed yet, that the top 20 borrowers in our country have borrowed as much as 4 million small-scale and medium-scale industries. Now that's ridiculous, because as Meera said, that it's actually the jobs and the growth is what we require. We don't simply require 1 or 2 petrochemical plants or the larger things. Yes, big business is certainly important for us, and they will then spawn the smaller entrepreneurs there. Meera is right that we need many, many more entrepreneurs, and they will actually unleash what they've been stymied with, which is red tape, very, very difficult government interface. So as Arvind said in the CII, that we would like government to get out of business completely. let the entrepreneurs work. Today, what our problem is that we make shoddy products because all our entrepreneurs, manufacturers, they spend all the time on government compliance. There's so much paperwork, besides the cost of that too. We think that the cost of corruption will, if we remove, then our products become far cheaper, we become more competitive, and then we can compete. As of right now, our manufacturing sector cannot compete in most sectors because of the corruption part.